Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Good morning. Yes.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Are we expecting people or is this the full house? Uh, can anyone from Upshaala confirm on that? Okay. Let's probably give a couple of more minutes and let the people settle in. Guys, let's give some time. I guess there'll be a couple of more folks will be joining in next 5 minutes. So probably we'll start from 7:40.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I think we should start in interest of time because you guys have joined on time, and probably the ones who have not joined will actually go through the recordings. So should be fine. Okay. I mean, can I request you guys to come on camera if it is possible and it's comfortable for you guys? It will be easier for me to communicate. The this entire session, and not this session, but the ones that I'm going to take, is more about discussions. It's not about theory, it's not about definition and all of that. More about discussion of what we are, I mean, as you guys are aspiring for managerial roles and leadership roles in data science domain, right? Uh, I mean, the modules that I have prepared is more about discussion, going through case study, understanding, talk through, understand through the learnings, and probably learn through that. So it'll be easier for me also to interact with you guys if you can. At least some of you can come on camera. Okay, probably you guys are not expecting it. But anyways, I mean, as in when you feel comfortable, feel free to come. Uh, sure, Mukul. Thank you. Okay. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. This is Bhasker Abhishek. I have close to 11 years of experience completely into analytics and data science. Uh, I was a graduate from Manipal Institute of Technology in mechanical, but then I switched my career, completely transitioned my career towards the analytics field, which was back then booming, right? Currently, it is again on an exponential growth, and I mean, it has a serious and substantial potential to actually build careers in. Uh, so I started my career with that. I started as a business analyst and worked there for around three and a half years as business analyst, and then evolved myself as applied data scientist. Worked in multiple data science companies, worked with one of the startups as well outside of my regular job, just to improve my skill set on my machine learning and analytics. And from the past 3 years, I have been into a leadership role in one of the biggest retailers based out in Europe. So yeah, that has been my journey so far. I have been working. My current designation is manager. I've been leading a team of around 12 people, spanning around across two different teams. And my job responsibility is to basically, uh, look towards the team that I have, which is like full of data scientists and business analysts as of now, and also interact continuously with the stakeholders to understand business, what they need, how we can help and whatnot, right? So that is probably a brief introduction about myself. uh, Going forward, I would like to understand, because I was speaking to Samir about it, to understand about the people, like about you guys, as in what's your background, all of that. So can we like spend some 5 minutes and understand what are your current designation, roles, and responsibility? Are you transitioning your career? And I've also heard that some of you are already in a managerial role. So it'll be good for me to actually understand that, and then I can basically, uh, I mean, get you into the details so that it can be relatable for you as well. So can you guys like go one by one, not spending more than 1 minute, and can you just brief me your current roles and responsibility in the current organization?
Yeah, sure. Shall I start?
Yeah, sure, Mukul.
So hi, I'm Mukul. Currently, I'm working in product manager. So as a product manager with Trent. So Trent has a joint venture with Tesco, right? So that's Star
Oh,
Bazaar. So,
you're working as Trent.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So this that Star Bazaar.
Hmm.
So I'm looking that online version of Star Bazaar, which is Star Quick.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a manager. So I'm leading a team of 10 10 developers, including QS and all. I have a
Hmm.
business analyst in my team.
Hmm.
So yeah, so but that guy is working only on that analytical part, not in data scientist,
Okay.
not in data science. So I decided to move to move to data science. So I have basic knowledge of Power BI and all, SQL and basic programming.
Hmm.
So yeah, that is all.
So you have been anyways leading the team. You have that idea of what a leadership role is about in a data science team.
Not data science, but in tech team because we are working on this ERP system. We have customer facing applications. So all these softwares and ERPs I'm looking after. So I know tech, but I'm not in data science.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Thank you, Mukul.
Hi, good morning, Bhasker. Aniket this side.
Hi, Aniket.
Hi, this is Aniket Patil. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm running a research firm and management consulting firm from last 7 to 8 years, and almost 10 plus years of experience in the research, market research, and management consulting firm. So currently, I'm running two firm, which is one is purely in management consulting, brand essence, market research, and one another is disease landscape, which is also a research and management consulting firm, but particular to specific to healthcare, which is morely focusing on AI and ML related solutions. So that's why I'm the first person in the organization who is working on data science. I mean, rest is all analyst. So
Okay.
yeah, that is my background.
Okay. So, I mean, just to understand, so you do have the context of what happens in a data science team, right?
Uh, I mean, not that much. I mean,
Oh, okay. So you're basically learning through this program, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
But you do have an understanding because your team is an analytics team.
Yeah,
So basically, you know about how to manage an analytics team, right?
yeah, analytics is fine, perfectly. But what AIML projects, how IT technical projects, how to handle it, that is not, we are much not aware of. Just we know overall, but we
Mhm.
never handle technical, pure technical like development projects.
Okay. 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 Fair enough. Thank you, Aniket. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Stavir Kale. I
Hi.
have 20 plus years of experience in airline industry, basically working with Air India. I
Okay.
have been interacting with various stakeholders. I was managing data center also in Mumbai. So currently I'm working in Power Platform. Basically, it's in Power Apps and Power Automate. I
Mhm.
have worked in technologies like Java, .NET, SQL, Oracle, MRO and all. So just wanted to shift my career to the ML data analytics side. We have a separate team, so I have interacting with those teams, and really, it's coming from inside that it's high time I should try and
Okay.
switch my career. So that is the reason I joined this course.
Okay. Good to hear that.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi Bhasker, good morning. This is
Hi,
Surya
Surya.
here.
Hi.
Hi. So I have a corporate experience of 15 years. It is into quality assurance. I'm currently
Okay.
working with Bank of America
Mhm.
and looking for a transition to data science and analytics.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Surya.
Hi, Bhasker. This is Sheikh this side. I come with the experience of 13 plus years of experience. So that's mostly into HR domain. As a HR, I do have been working with leadership stakeholders and HR coordinators. At the same time, I was an entrepreneur for some time. Now I'm getting into data science as a career transition.
Okay.
Hello, Bhasker.
Hi,
I'm
Adarsh.
Adarsh, right? Actually, I'm working as a project manager at a real estate company.
Okay.
I'm managing a residential project spread across 100 acres in UP.
Okay.
And basically, I'm a civil engineer and I'm into project management,
Okay.
interacting with stakeholders and you know, leasing,
Mhm.
licensing, and everything involved with the project. So, just wanted to make a career transition into data science.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you, Adarsh.
Hello, hi Bhaskar.
Hi, Gaurav.
Myself Gaurav Savant. I have overall 12 years of experience. It's actually mixed with shared services and the logistics. So currently I'm working with the DHL in a finance controlling. So I'm managing a controlling team in DHL. It's around 15 people reporting to me. So nowadays this logistic also moving to data science and stuff. So yes, I'm looking into career transition. So mostly there are some peoples in controlling they are may means high for the this data science, and yes, I'm also looking for this transition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Hi, Bhaskar. Good morning.
Hi, Aldeep.
Yeah. Mm. Hey, Bhaskar. My name is Jaldeep Gadia, and currently I have around 14 years of experience, and I'm working with Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance as a deputy manager.
Okay.
And my current role is kind of techno managerial role, and I'm managing partner integration projects.
Okay. So you
Yes.
do interact with stakeholder very frequently, and you
Yes, yes,
also have
yes.
reportees.
Yes, right.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Bhaskar, Madhu this side.
Hi, Madhuri.
Yeah, currently I'm working in a Wipro as an analyst,
Okay.
and also I have worked in a cybersecurity company as an analyst also. But right now I want to go with more data science, so I choose this condition.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else who is left?
I'm Bhasker here.
Hi, Akshay.
Am I audible? I'm audible?
Yes.
Yeah. I have 4 years of experience as a Python developer. So I just wanted to make a quick transition. So I have knowledge on SQL, Power BI. So I just wanted to make a transition into this career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. This is Prasanna here.
Hi, Prasanna.
I've been working, into ERP and currently working into SAP Analytic Cloud. So it is almost I've been having 17 years experience along with ERP implementations. So earlier, actually, I was working for BI, BO, and um, completely for SAP Analytic. And right now, I've been shifted to uh, SAP Analytic Cloud. So I've been managing a team as well as multiple projects and multiple clients.
Okay. Okay. I think we have covered everyone, right? If there's anyone left, you can unmute yourself and talk. But I think we have covered everyone. Okay. Okay, it's good to know you all. I think majority of you do lead a team. Uh, they do have stakeholder experience, as in basically talking to the stakeholders, understanding the business. I think you have good enough understanding of that. Now, how it will be used and how it is used in data science is what will be the area of discussion in this module. Uh, I just wanted to basically clarify that the entire program is built to actually train you through different tools, through data science algorithm and whatnot, right? My section basically focuses on the leadership skill set, right? I am not going to teach you Python. I'm not going to teach you any data science, because we do have experts to talk about that. What my role is to basically give you an understanding of how a data science manager or how a data science project manager uh, uh, has to handle different things, which is what your main technical team and your stakeholders, right? And we can talk about what are the key responsibilities of those project manager or the data science manager, and what can we do, basically what are the skill set required, and how we can evolve to basically be a good fit for this role. I hope you guys are clear with the expectation of this section. Okay, before we begin, I just wanted to understand, like, does any one of you feel that you guys are introvert? Like anyone? You can be honest. You can ping me privately also. That's fine. But anyone who thinks that you guys are introvert and find it difficult to actually put up your opinion in front of group, etc. I'm considering you guys are not, because you are already in this position. So, but yeah, if
Sometimes, yes, it depends, means on which topic I am talking. If I am not comfortable in that topic and I need to
which is
do
fine,
that, so at that
basically
time,
basically your it is nothing to do with your introvert nature. It's actually about the subject matter expertise that
yeah.
that is all about, right? The topic that is being discussed. So I was just calling out the introvert because the thing is, as project managers, you need to be very vocal about the opinions. You need to be very clear. You need to be very what do you call I mean, ex you need to explain, you need to put your opinions, you need to put your thoughts, knowledge, skill set uh, in front of, sometimes in front of your top management, sometimes in front of the stakeholders. You need to be very, very clear with your team as well. So being an introvert won't work here. And that's why I wanted to just call out that if you guys feel by like if you feel that you are introvert, then probably there's something which we can improve over in terms of, like, you can practice, you can improve, right? uh, but this is something which is non-negotiable as a manager, I would say, right? And even if you are like introvert as a by nature, but you are doing well, you are very expressive in your work, in your professional life, that is also fine. It's just that you need to speak up. Correct. You cannot basically hold back with your opinion or of that when that discussion or that initial discussion or the project requirements are being taken, or you are talking to your tech team and gathering what needs to be done, what not, right? So that time, you need to be very clear about expectation from either side. Okay. Uh, I'll present my screen. I'll show the list of all the topics that I will cover in the next 4 to 5 lectures. This will help you understand about the skill set, about the responsibility of a project manager or a data science manager. and probably one by one we'll start looking into it session by session, so that you guys are clear about each of them. Just give me one second. I'm just sharing my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the module that I'll be working, as I mentioned, right, is about project management. Uh, I hope you guys have gone through the data analytics modules. You know what are the tools, SQL. I think you have also gone through the Python uh, trainings, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So and parallelly, you guys will be going through data science modules as well, as much as I know. So this section will basically talk about the data science project management skill set. Now, if you see the list of content that I've curated, it basically talks about, is it visible for you guys? Like, is my screen like completely up, or you are seeing multiple screen?
It's completely up.
Okay. It's visible, right? The font and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the list of the topics that we will be covering in our section. It is starting with understanding what is data science project management. It's basically about I mean, what is a data science project management look like? What is your role? How do you basically place yourself between the tech team and stakeholders? So all of that. Second one is defining problem statement and scoping the project, because you will be acting as a bridge between the data, the technical team and the stakeholders, right? You will be at actually at the position where you'll be communicating with the stakeholders to understand their business problem, and then basically break it down into simpler terms so that you can convey to your team, who will be working hands on the technical stuffs, right? Third is looking into the entire data science life cycle to understand what fits where, as in the initial discussion, then brainstorming, then basically understanding the data, and then delivering the results and whatnot, right? Fourth one is risk management and mitigation data science. So since we know, right, data is basically everywhere, everyone is working, I mean, is something which is growing substantially, right? It also basically brings in a lot of risk with it, because if you are working with a data which is, let's say, very confidential, okay, or you're working with some data which you do not want your competitors to get hands on, right? Then you will be basically working in such an environment that you ensure that there is no data leakage anywhere, right? What is the right level of data that you can show to the stakeholders, and all of that needs to be well maintained, right? Then fifth one is agile and lean practices in data sciences. We'll talk about how the entire data science life cycle is maintained to different ways of working. We'll talk about communication and stakeholder engagement, as in what's the right way, and those are like very situational based things. So probably there's something where I was saying that it's more of a discussion, right? You guys are also into managerial role, and you would have gone through, or you would have faced a lot of cases where you are dealing with your stakeholder, and with every different scenario that you face in, the way you deal with your stakeholders changes, right? So it's more of a discussion. It's more about learning from each other, hearing out from each other, as in what you did in what kind of situation, so that we are like kind of uh, prepared, right? And as I mentioned, right, this section is not at all about, and I'm talking about the entire topics that I'll be taking. It's not about theory. None of the theory or the things that I'm presenting on screen is something that you need to write and remember. It's just that you need to basically bring in your behavior while you are leading a data science team, right? And then 7.1 is case study. We'll go through multiple case study and some examples to understand uh, at what position and what levels the manager of a data science team should actually act upon. And the last one is some of the tools, some of the common tools that you should be aware, because since you will be leading a team, a big team, and stakeholders, and there will be a lot of things for you uh, to know it down, understand, and do it right. There are certain tools that can help us improve our productivity, right? So we'll talk about those tools at last. Okay, with this, what I'm going to do is I'll take you to the first section, which is Introduction to Data Science Project Management, right? It actually talks about, I mean, I've categorized into three parts. One is basically understanding what is data science project management. Will understand your role. Why is it important in this current scenarios where every single uh, company, right, is trying to have a data science team, because data is everywhere. Every single company, be it IT, be it retail, or be it pharma, healthcare, or whatever, right? They are generating a lot of data. Correct. So why is I mean, and with that importance of data, there's an importance of a data science team, right? So it is important to understand how those data science project management is. I mean, project management is basically important for those companies, and how your role is going to impact a lot in those scenarios, right? And we'll also look into the key characteristics of data science project management. Any questions so far, or anything that you guys want to add?
Just wanted to know, if I want to change my domain, let us say I'm working in aviation and want to switch over to healthcare industry. So how easy or how difficult it will be to manage a project kind of thing? Because my expertise in altogether different field, and I'm planning to switch to, let us say, healthcare. So their data is altogether different.
Correct.
Everything will be different, right? So
Yeah.
just wanted to understand how it works.
No,
Can
it's a very good question. It's a very relatable question and a very obvious question. The thing is, see, first of all, if you are switching your roles, right? Uh, it is, I mean, you will be evaluated on your skill set first. Okay. Last come your I mean, your domain is also important, but before that you will be evaluated on your data science skill set, right? How good are you with those tools? How good are you with handling team? Because I'm assuming that you will be applying for a leadership role in a different domain, but a data science team, right?
Right.
So the thing is, I mean, you need to be very, very confident about the skill set that you build for this role. That is something which will be evaluated first. Secondly, when you guys are switching your domain, right? One thing that you need to be working upon is whichever field that you are applying on, right? I mean, you need to convey to your interviewer in a very subtle manner that you are adaptable. Is something which needs to come, and which should reflect in your interviews. I mean, see, the thing is, you cannot stick to one domain. I mean, it's your choice. You can still be working in one domain, but if you do want to change it, you will be evaluated not on your previous domain knowledge, but on your skill set of data science, how you have dealt, what have you delivered for, let's say, aviation in your case. Then what do you bring in as like what are the skill set as a manager? So all of that will be evaluated. Plus, it will be an added advantage if you learn like on a very high level, if you studies or research something about the field that you are applying to. Okay, so that it gives the interviewer confidence that you are interested in that role and you can learn things, right?
Okay.
A lot of things you will learn during your discussions, your discussions with the stakeholders, and it'll be a proactive step that you will have to take to learn that business well.
Right. In
But
addition to this, just as you mentioned, skill set. So, what are the skill sets that are required for that?
uh, first of all, I mean, going forward, I do have a slide as in how this
Sure,
leadership
sure, sure.
role.
Yeah, we'll discuss that.
But I'll actually give you this thing. So skill set means your data science skill set. I mean, you need to be very confident about the, let's say, the tools that are being used. For example, Python, Excel, SQL. You need to be very clear on this one. Okay, you need to be very clear on the data science algorithm. As in, let's say, some requirement comes, you should know that I mean to be able to answer those requirement, what type of algorithm you should apply, uh, how can you break that problem. Let's say if you get a very specific business problem, how can you break it down and apply different algorithms to solve that problem. You're getting me?
Okay.
So these are few things that you will be evaluated during your interview. Okay,
So
and
basically,
as
it means you technical as well as functional. You mean to say, means
yeah,
technical side also.
correct, correct.
Okay.
Now, I think I mean will come to that point where you I mean I'll tell you where exactly. I mean you should not go in depth and have an
Right.
understanding of
Where we
every.
should draw a boundary actually. That's
Correct,
what I
correct,
was
correct,
thinking.
correct. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Moving on. Just give me a minute. Yep. So, what is data science project management? Definition again, no one is going to ask, but it's for you to understand. It's managing end-to-end data science project from ideation to deployment, right? Ensuring alignment with business objective. Now, what it means? It means in whichever department, domain, or business you are in, right? You will be someone who will be responsible in end-to-end project delivery, which means you will be involved in those discussion with the stakeholder to understand what problem they have, what problem statement that they are passing on to your team, to understand what are the gaps that they currently have in their process and how you can bridge those gaps using the team, that the data science team that you have, right? So and then delivering it, and then once you have completed it, you need to go back, explain it to your stakeholders, and then if that is something which is serving as a help to their problem, then deploying those solution is again your part. So again, you will be at a position where you will be handling from the what do you call, like the initiation of that problem statement to delivery of that solution. You'll be like available at all the places. right? And you will be joining those dots between the two teams, the stakeholder team and your tech team. Okay. Purpose, as I mentioned, you will be the gap between your technical data science team and the business. Correct. The stakeholders, I mean, be very sure in data science domain. I'm not sure about your current fields, but in data science domain, you will be very lucky if you are getting someone. I mean, you're getting a stakeholder who is like technically sound. I mean, more often than not, you will end up with some stakeholders, some partners who are good with business, extremely good with business, but they won't be able to understand even your simple data science language. Okay, which is completely fair because this is completely technical, right? Data science, understanding data science algorithm, understanding data science science words and everything, right, is not their responsibility, right? So they don't understand. Even if you think those are like very simple, I mean, you need to be like, when you are conveying those answers, right? When, let's say, you have built some solution or you have gotten some recommendation insights, right? Uh, as a bridge, you will need to basically break it down to simple, plain English that they can understand. You cannot go and talk about statistics, right? Though you are talking about statistic, but it should be what do you call, phrased in such a way that they should understand. Now, this is the trickiest part as a data science manager, right? Because there'll be one team who will be talking about stats, who will be talking about machine learning, AI, ML, whatever, and then there is another team who does not even know what a normal mean median mode is, right? Which I'm just putting it very like a contrasting feature, but that is true. That is true. I mean, once you work with stakeholders, right, you will find this a difficult part that you should like understand and then operate in such a way that the stakeholders are getting in the same language as they understand. Is it clear? Uh, then again, importance. What is the importance of data science project management? It ensures project deliver value to the business. Again, whatever your tech team is building, right? As a manager, you should ensure that whatever solution that we are building is actually serving some impact to the business. Correct? I mean, we as a bridge needs to understand that, let's say, let's say we build a solution and it's mind blowing. It's, let's say, a very amazing solution, but it is not able to answer the business question on the or the problem statement that your stakeholder had, right? Then this magical solution is of no use. Correct? So a- as someone who is in the leadership role, right, you need to understand that you are building something which is bringing value to the business. This is very essential. I mean, if it is taking a very simple analytics approach only to get to that level, well and good. You do not need machine learning and AI everywhere. Okay, but the thing is, whatever you are doing, you need to understand that it has the potential or not to answer the problem statement with the state, I mean, which stakeholder had shared with you. Is it clear? So a good technical team is a plus point. A good magical solution is again a good, I mean, essential point. But you need to find a relation between the solution and the business question. Any question so far? Am I going off track? Something that you cannot relate to let me know. I mean, you can interrupt me because more of a discussion, so you can interrupt me anytime.
One more thing I would like to ask: is it a job of project manager to decide which algorithm is best fit for this kind of solution, as you already mentioned?
Correct.
Will be interviewed based on my skill set, and they will ask me about algos and all. So, how it
Correct.
goes exactly?
I get your point. Yeah. The thing is, as a manager, it will be best for you. So consider a situation where I'm facing a stakeholders, okay, and they have given me some approach, like not some approach, but a problem statement, and that is a discussion round, right? That's a discussion of the initiation of that project, where if I have that skill set to understand their business problem and promptly and also understand what type of all algorithm will work there, then it's an added advantage for you, correct? Because let's say if a problem statement has come and you have no clue which algorithm to apply on that, right? And I'm not sure, I'm not saying that you have to have like the immense knowledge about that, and whatever you like, whatever algorithm that you think of must work, otherwise you have failed in your role or something. That is not there, but it is always an added advantage if you know about more and more techniques, algorithms, right? So when you get the business question, you know what is the right or the ideal way to solve it. Okay. And if you know that part, then you will be able to discuss with your stakeholders about the time that it will require, about the team size that it will require, about the problems or hurdles that it may see while working, right? So that is where uh, I mean, your knowledge in data science will also be very important, very important.
Okay, got it.
And I mean, it's an iterative process. So basically, let's say even if you think that you can use, let's say, XYZ algorithm, right? At that moment, you basically think that it will work, and it will. I mean, it can work also. But what if, let's say, you go and talk to your technical team and find out that there can be another algorithm which can work better, which is completely fine and okay, right? It's just that I mean, it becomes more challenging for you if you don't know anything at all. Let's say if your tech team is suggesting something and you are not sure what they're saying, then it creates a lot of trouble as a manager, because you will be the one who will be presenting back to the client, right? Or getting the approval or getting the team size sign off, all of that, right? You are asking for the, so all of that becomes very tricky if you do not know about those algorithms, about the ways to actually solve the business problem. So yeah.
Right, understood.
Any other question? Okay, assuming you guys are clear. So last thing is your key characteristic in the project management portfolio. Uh, so as a data science leader, right, everything that you will be talking about should be and must be based on the data uh, insights, right? Uh, I mean, the solution that you will be building, the recommendation that you will be giving, the insights that is coming out, everything should be backed by data, right? This is something which is non-negotiable. I mean, you cannot uh, tell something which is just giving a directional view. Okay, it does not have a concrete evidence from the data, and you are suggesting something which cannot be backed by data, right? Refrain from all those situations, right? It can put you in a lot of troubles, at least in a data science domain, where you are recommending something which you cannot prove it through data. Okay. Again, it is an iterative and explorative process. As I mentioned, you can start with some algorithm, you see that it's not working, you then iterate with the learnings from the first iteration, and then basically evolve your process to get to the final level of what is required for the stakeholders, right? So it is an iterative process. Third one is it involves cross-functional teams. You will be dealing with multiple teams. I mean, there'll be a team who is like core into data science algorithms, machine learning, AI, ML, whatsoever. those data scientists. There are multiple companies who basically maintain a separate team for, let's say, Power BI, visual representation, all of that, right? Power BI or Tableau, so on and so forth. Correct. So you will be involving with all those teams. You will be involving with stakeholders. You will be involving with the top management of your company also. Correct. And based on data, if there's something which is required from, let's say, technical team or developers, you will be one coordinating with them, right? So uh, you need to actually maintain a very balanced position between these teams to understand what are the roles and responsibilities of each of the teams, right? What are the success matrix for each of the teams, and how you can actually like bind everything and package it well to the stakeholders. Here, again, the last thing, if you can read, the key focus is on delivering business impact and not just technical solution. Now, I explained it some time back, right? It's not the technical solution that you are selling. Stakeholder has nothing to do with it. They will not entertain it. I'll be very honest. They'll not entertain it if you go and talk about some of the terms which they don't understand, right? That's not going to help you, right? So uh, you as a leadership in that function, right? You need to basically talk about what you build and how it is going to impact the business. Now that how part is something which they'll be interested in. Okay, how you are doing it, what you are doing it is maybe sometimes may not be important for them, but you need to be clearly stating as in how it is going to help the business grow, right? If there's a gap, if there's something which is not working out, for example, let's say you are running a retail company, right? You are a part of a retail company, right? And even after running promotions on product, giving a lot of discounts and everything, you are seeing that the customers are not coming to your store. Okay, what is the problem? Now you can build n number of different algorithms, machine learning solutions, but until unless it is fixing the issue, which is getting the customer to the store, right? Stakeholder will not be interested. So you need to basically convey as in what are you building and how it will attract your customer and make them come to your store, right? Second part becomes more important to the stakeholders. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Anyone who feels this is going boring, or it is boring? I understand it's not cool as your machine learning, algorithm learning, all those classes, but there's something that needs to basically you need to be doing this more often if you are aspiring for a leadership role in the data science domain.
So, data science management is it really necessary for budgeting and cost estimation for the how much resources we are consuming for the particular project?
Not the entire budgeting. It depends about the. Depends on company to company. So let's say if you are working on with a service-based company, right, where you have clients and you have to basically get the sign off from the clients about the budget, about the team size, and all of that. Then yes, as a manager, you will have to basically get involved in that as well, right? So for example, I'll tell you. Basically you estimate that solving a problem will need 30 hours of time and let's say three resource, so you have to calculate 30 hours for three resource, what is the total budget that is required, and the tech capabilities, all of that, and you need to get it signed off from the stakeholders, right? Let's say on the other hand, if you are working for a product based company, right, budget and all that will be taken care by some other team, because that is an internal team, right? A product based company, an internal in-house data science. Okay, for where there you do not have to basically think a lot about the budget sign off and everything. But yes, time allocation and number of resource what you need for this particular project is something that you need to convey to the stakeholders.
Okay, I mean, moreover, resource utilization cost part is not much in this role.
Correct. For the you're talking about the product base, right? Your internal this thing.
Service, okay.
Yeah.
And what about, I mean, how we are getting we are getting problem statement, or we are we are getting some documents, these are the requirements and we need to.
The document part is something that you need to get into, right? The stakeholders may or may not initiate with a documentation. So I'll tell you my personal experience. A lot of time what happens is you will have some discussion with your stakeholders. They'll just convey with a very vague statement that, yeah, this promotion is not working. What can we do about this? Like a very simple vague statement, right? Now you should basically break it down what you can do. I mean, if you want to document it for your future purpose, well and good. Otherwise, it depends how your company is operating, right? If that needs to be documented and like proceed with that, you can do that. Otherwise, I mean, as I gave you this example, right? It can come up with very simple discussion with your stakeholders, and that is I mean, actually real. Like, this is how, at least in my current organization, we talk to the stakeholders, we go into various forums, and we talk about the gaps, the problems that the business is facing, right? And from those discussion itself, we pick up what needs to be solved.
So we are getting a problem statement, not any what we needs to do. Only problem statement we have to figure out.
Sometimes just the problem statement. Sometimes you will get a proper brief, as in what needs to be done, what needs to be achieved. So it depends scenario to scenario.
Okay, because more often I saw that whenever service-based company, we are getting like non-tech company when comes to us, and they just give us problem statement. This is the problem we are facing it. So based on that, we have to evaluate, analyze everything, and moreover business analyst part, like we have to convert into the documentations and features and everything, and then we go back to the particular stakeholder and tell this is the things we have to do.
Yeah. Same here as well, Aniket. I mean, uh, more often than not, you will be a part of a discussion and understand some problem statement. Now you'll have to basically work with your team and get it documented, right? Sometimes you do get a documented version as well. I'm not denying. Sometimes I mean, if the stakeholders are very clear about what is the problem statement and they have already broken it down into what needs to be done, they can provide you a clear brief as well, as in these are few things that you guys have to do, so you'll have to work upon that.
But moreover, it's our responsibility how
Yes,
we
yes.
solve that problem.
95% of the time it will be your responsibility to break it down, because I mean, very simple logic is your stakeholders do not know about the skill set of your team, right? So they can only break it down to the level of what they want. I mean, what they can understand. Correct? You, on the other hand, know the skill set of your team and what you can do. So it will be better for you if you break that problem down rather than getting it from them directly.
Good.
Even I think the number of resources which are required, let us say from testing side, data scientist side, how many data scientists will be required for a particular project, that is also a job of project management, project manager, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Resource management is something which you'll have to see. You'll have to figure it out for every project. You'll have to basically call that out, as in how many resources you need, what are the skill set, and this stands and holds true for, like, mostly it holds true for the service based company, where you have to get sign off for each of the resource that you are, I mean, the stakeholder will be billing, right?
Right.
So there I mean you'll have to call out if you need a business analyst or you need a data scientist, because the costing will be different, right? So these are few things that that needs to go out to stakeholders for all those financial sign-offs.
Right, right. One more thing I have observed, we have product managers and project managers as well. Okay. But no, if any technical issue is there, neither product manager helps me or product manager. So both are not currently means project manager has done PMP, but that is not technical, right? It's just normal PMP. But data science require to have technical skill set for project
Correct.
manager.
So
What I observed, that means difference is there between project manager of data science and normal PM, normal who has done PMP kind of thing.
correct, correct. The thing is, at least in data science, I cannot generalize this for any other field, but at least in data science, what we are seeing is we do not have data science project manager. Okay. I mean, the role or the designation may call it project manager, but you will end up being a technical manager also. Okay, so like a traditional project manager who was basically not that technical, right? Who were basically looking into the delivery side of things, right? That is something which is evolving, at least in data science, is what I can say. In data science, you cannot expect a position which is just about delivering the project. I mean, the person has to be technically sound to get into that position.
Okay.
Okay, so this is something where I have seen the data science domain has completely evolved. I never see a project manager without a technical skill set. I mean, and even if you talk about Google, Meta, Facebook, or talk about any startups nowadays, right? None of the companies, like, not I cannot say none, but I mean will be like very handful of the companies who are looking into proper project managers who are just into deliveries.
Okay, okay.
Okay, cool. Cool. I wanted to actually discuss a few more things, but again, probably we can take it in the next class. And I mean, I think it is good for us if you guys can put a lot of questions, right? Let's make it more discussion based thing rather than I simply talking about some of the slides, right?
I have a
So
question here.
yeah, Mukul. Good.
So, right, so I'm a project manager. I worked as a product manager. So, being now moving to the data science project manager, how technical could I have to be? I mean, that beginner level, advanced level, intermediate level. I mean, that how technical sound I should be there.
Yeah, okay, okay. The thing is,
Do I have to, I mean, just to break more this question, and that do I have to know about DSA, Python, SQL, machine learning? I mean, that or the basic, or just I have to create something so I can discuss. I know that, I mean, I talk to my tech team. I know I'm not good efficient as them because they develop thing, right? I talk to stakeholders. I break the requirement. I have a different type, different things. But yeah, being because see that data science. सुनने में it sounds like that you have to be, some kind of developer or good understanding of all these data science tools. So do I have to be that advanced level, or I mean that
you need to
beginner?
be familiar with everything. You cannot uh, basically what do you call, shine in a scenario where you are working as a data science manager and you do not know, let's say, SQL, okay, or you do not know machine learning, right? That's what I
SQL means
said.
you're talking about that the definition of SQL, or that this thing that all the features of SQL. What we're talking about here? SQL, I know,
uh,
right? What is SQL? What it does?
No, but
That
how will you going to help the team? So the thing is, you need to. I mean, I'm not saying you need to be like 100% or like very in depth, you should have a very in depth knowledge in SQL. Like you should not sit and code with your team. Okay.
Right.
But whatever they are doing, are you able to actually tell them what is the right way to do it? If you are good enough with that, well and good. I mean, you do not need more than that. But
Okay.
if you are not aware of what are the things that that can be done on SQL, if your team is doing something which is unnecessarily taking time, you cannot guide them to a better way to do it through a SQL. That's a problem. Let's say if you do not know about the machine learning algorithm. Now, I'm not telling you to basically go and build a decision tree or a random forest, right? I'm not telling you that. But if your technical team is building a random forest, or if they are building, let's say, a forecasting model, right? Are you able to tell them what they can do or what type of data they can handle to actually improve their accuracy? Are you able to do it? Very good. If you are not able to do it, then that is a problem. Okay. Because as I mentioned, the leadership role, at least the managerial role and the senior manager role, right, in data science has actually evolved. They are not looking for someone who is like only into project management, who is only dealing with maybe timeliness, deliveries, and the resource planning and all of that. You need to be also technically sound. And when I'm saying technically sound, I'm literally drawing a boundary, saying that you should not sit and code, but you should know what is the right way to do it.
So adding on to what Mukul had a query, on a similar line, since I come from a HR domain as a predominant experience, how do I align into what we are talking about? So if you can shed some light on that, so that will help.
Yeah, can you just repeat, like, what is, I mean, you want to understand how it will help in HR
Yeah.
HR domain?
Yes.
Uh, uh, See, actually, what I've seen is even the HR has a lot of, like, I have not personally worked on the HR analytics, but you would have heard about the HR analytics,
Yes,
right?
I have. Yes.
Correct, correct. So, I mean, you need to be, let's say, if you have a team who is like into HR analytics, correct? You know the type of data that you guys have, correct?
Yes.
Then you need to be sure, as in, let's say you have let's say all the employees data, or you have all the salary data, right? As a leadership role in an HR analytics team or an HR team who is also equipped with data science, you need to at least understand the type of model you can build to optimize that there is no salary disparity.
Right.
Okay. Now, if you are not sure about that algorithm itself, correct, you won't be able to again put this thing result to your top management. I mean, until unless, because you are very close to your data, right? I'm considering you are working as manager, you are very close to your data. So until
Yes.
unless you don't understand the type of things that can be done on top of that data, right? The type of algorithm and the type of output that the algorithm should give, then uh, it will be, for example, let's say I'm a data scientist, you are an HR. You know the entire HR background, you know the data, right? I am someone who is a data scientist. Like, I'm not in a leadership role. My role is to basically sit and code, right? If I do not have the background of HR, I'm going to do whatever you tell me, like the business knowledge or understanding that you will give it to me. I'll try to utilize that only. Correct?
Okay.
And unless you know what I can do, like considering you know my skill set, if you don't know what type of algorithm I can apply on your data set itself, then you will not going to guide me properly. Correct?
Right. Yeah.
So again, that's what I'm saying. You will have a data science team, people who are like very technical, who will code for you. but what are they going to code for that, and what type of a result that you are expecting through the algorithms that these guys are going to put, then it is a very what do you call, very ambiguous situation for both you and the data science scientists.
Right.
Actually, as Sheikh has mentioned, I think there are, let us say, thousands of algorithms, ML algorithms. Okay, now which ML we should use? It comes by experience only.
Yeah.
Okay, so one should have in-depth knowledge of that as well before suggesting. Means, see, if I don't have any knowledge on particular thing, see, data scientist working day in and day out in his domain.
Correct.
Okay, and we are planning to switch. So
Correct.
definitely his experience is more than us.
Yep.
He knows much more than what are the means from us. So how to bridge that?
So I mean, I totally understand your point, but that will come with experience. So once you start working in this, you will get to understand. So let's say, and that's what this course is all about, right? This course is going to basically teach, not my course, but the entire program talking about. In the machine learning part, you will understand the different algorithms, right? I'm not telling you to understand the entirety of data science. That is not going to help you, and that is not going to help you prepare for your interviews, right? But at least start with what, 5 6 commonly used algorithms. You should be very confident with regression, clustering, k-mean, hierarchical. You need to understand decision tree, random forest. So at least those common and highly used algorithm, if you are aware of that, then you can take decision based on some of the learnings that you get from here. Correct. And as in when you are getting into the domain, let's say you get into a retail domain, or let's say banking domain, okay, you will get to understand what type of problem statements come, right? And that will help you realize that a lot of machine learning is not going to help you here. For example, banking is a field where you are, I mean, you will get so much restriction of data. Okay? I mean, you cannot go and use in like all the, I mean, you cannot basically you apply all the algorithms in on those data, because they'll have like a lot of policies and whatnot. Correct. So when you go in there, you will understand that okay, I need some 5 6 main algorithm, and that knowledge will help me solve 99% of all the business questions that will be put up, right? If you're working on a retail, let's say, you will have a bigger ground. You can come across multiple things and multiple different uh, problems that you will have to solve. And with inception of what do you call, AI, generative AI, right? You'll have to understand how you have to evolve in the skill set, but don't go into that complexity. The thing is, you start with at least 5 6. I have looked into the curriculum which Upshaala has created, and that's completely good. So if you just focus on that and then expand your experience once you get into that position, I think you'll be able to handle that properly.
Okay, got it, got it. Thank you.
And I'll call this out because this is something which I've seen a lot of students or data science aspirant has a problem with. They think that to be able to get into some of these roles, you need to understand everything. Just forget it. Just don't build your profiles and resume. Just don't build your profile and resumes thinking that you have to mention everything. You trust me, you can write 5 algorithms and you back them with some of the projects that you have done on those algorithms, and you will be able to justify your skill set. You do not have to write anything and everything. You cannot go and write, generative AI, and when asked in an interview, you are not able to back it, right? So just because I understand data science is a very vast field, and with time it's becoming even more bulkier for everyone, right? So many things that no one knows. So don't be bothered about that. stick to one roadmap and try to be very confident with that.
Sure.
Okay, with this, let's just wrap this up. We can meet next Saturday, same time.
I hope
And
I'm not interrupting in your flow.
no, I feel I feel this is the right way to actually go about it. As I told, this is not about learning algorithms, not about learning any SQL, Python, all of that, right? It's more about learning from experience. So you guys already in this domain, you can talk about this, and rest of the I mean the entire team group can listen and understand and get some knowledge through the experience that you guys have, and we can discuss about some of the important bits, characteristic, and skill set that you need to develop. So let's make it more discussion based. I'm completely fine with this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you all for joining.
Thank you.
Bye bye.